worked on rear shocks for years and years, and I saw a lot of problems with shocks. Plus, it's really hard to work on shocks, like just for consumers, because you need special tools and things like this. So, as I designed this thing, I thought of the mechanics and I thought of the end users, and, and having worked in customer service for a while and hearing the heartaches and complaints of customers without shocks on their bikes or product on their bikes and not able to ride, I wanted to make something that was really easy to work with, easy to service and tune, and basically keep people on their bikes. We did a lot of testing with different size shafts, different size bodies, different pistons, different materials, steel and aluminum parts, trying to get the shock to perform consistently at any temperature basically, or for any length of a run. So through a culmination of a lot of different combinations of things, I figured out something that worked really well and actually keeps the heat down on the shock. And by keeping the heat down on the shock, I don't have any inconsistencies or variances with the oil itself. So the oil is very stable. It actually makes the shock perform consistently wherever you're at, and however long you're riding. The bladder was just an idea we had. We saw it in motorcycle shocks, and we found that the small bump sensitivity was a lot better with the shock. With the bladder over, say, an IFP, even servicing or bleeding the shock, it's a lot easier to do with the bladder system. Cooling fins are everywhere. You'll see them in like RC car, electric motors. You see them on motorcycle shocks. Actually, when the air blows over the shock, there's more surface area. And what it does is it's a heat sink. It's basically, we're taking energy. We're taking the oil and shims and we're changing that energy into heat. And now we need to take that heat and we need to dissipate that heat somehow. And by putting the cooling fins on the reservoir where the majority of our oil is, we find that the shock runs a lot cooler with the fins as opposed to not having them at all. If you don't have a good balanced setup, it basically doesn't keep the wheels stuck to the ground and also make the bike track and make you go faster. Hearing the heartaches and complaints of customers without shocks on their bikes or product on their bikes and not able to ride, I wanted to make something that was really easy to work with, easy to service and tune, and basically keep people on their bikes.